And the word of the Lord for us, each and every one of us, either individually or a group or corporately or as families, stand firm in your faith. And I want to say quite categorically, you will only understand this to stand firm in your faith in the context of discipleship. Because the essence of discipleship is faith. And faith, as defined by the scriptures, is an utter abandonment of ourselves upon Christ. That captures the essence of Luke chapter 14, verses 25-26. Luke chapter 9, verse 23, that says, whoever wants to be my disciple, let him deny himself, pick up his cross, and follow me. It is only in that context we can understand what faith is all about. And so as I bring these things together, I want you to know that faith is not stepping into something in darkness. It is not blind faith as somebody would call. In fact, when Jesus called his disciples, called Andrew and Peter, he said, come, follow me, and I'll make you fishers of men. It is what we call the divine initiative. It is what we call the outgoing of God towards man, and that is grace. Grace is the outgoing of God towards man. And when Peter and Andrew left their nets to follow the Lord, that is human response, and that is the outgoing of man towards God. When God stretches out his hand towards us, that is grace. And when man stretches out his hand to take hold of God's hand, that is faith. And therefore faith is always a response, and it is initiated by God by his grace. And that is why Paul in Ephesians chapter 2 verse 8 brings these two ideas together, for he says, for it is by grace that you are saved through faith. And so only a disciple of Jesus Christ who has abandoned himself, who totally trusts himself upon the Lord Jesus Christ, can understand faith, walk in faith, and stand in faith. In fact, my friends, the word of the Lord for us is, unless you are a disciple of Jesus Christ, you have no chance. And that is why Jesus said, if you are my disciple, if you hold on to my word. The King James Version of John 8:31 says, if you hold on to my word, or if you abide in my word, then you are my disciple indeed. And so, as we bring this, it says in Romans 1:17 that the righteous shall live by faith. In Hebrews 10 verse 38 says, but my righteous one will live by faith, and if he shrinks back, I will not be pleased. And Hebrew 11 verse 6, you know that verse? For it is impossible to please God without faith. And so, the essence of discipleship is faith. And the disciple must stand firm in faith. It is an act of full surrender to follow Christ. It is a lifelong commitment to follow Christ.